Greetings, Karen Clay again, somatic unwinding and the Feldenkrais method. We're going to continue exploring the segmented nature of our spine, this time on our backs. So please come and lie on your back. Lengthen your legs, make yourself comfortable. Make sure you have enough padding, make sure that you're warm. And just take a moment to let your bones surrender to the support of the floor, the heel bones, the pelvis, the spine and rib cage. There's a space there where the lumbar curve moves your spine away from the floor. How deep is that curve right now? Could you slide a whole hand underneath your lumbar curve or just a few fingers? Do you sense ribs anywhere or spine between ribs? And what about your skull? Let's continue with our pretest of very slowly stirring, giving a gentle stir to your system by rolling your head like taking a spoon into some icing and just very slowly stirring it to the right and to the left. Feel how aware you are of any parts of your spine into which the movement of rolling may be cascading. And then please bend your knees and stand your feet. And begin with the idea that your spine is like a big giant chain. And what you're going to do is pull the bottom link of the chain up away from the floor and then set it back down. Now you'll notice if you look at me, I'm putting my fingers on my pelvis. That movement is almost imperceptible because I'm just curling my tail down here. I'm just taking my tailbone away from the floor ever so slightly like that. After you get used to doing that one part, then you can add another. So instead of climbing down our vertebra like we did against the wall, we're going to climb up them. So right now you're not in a place, you're in the back of the pelvis, so there aren't any separate segments yet. So just go inch by inch. So there's the first inch, there's the second inch, there's the third inch, then I go back to the second inch into the first inch. Or you can imagine them like one link, and then the next link comes up, and then the next link, and then add another, and then return back down. Allow your breath to be simple, easy. Now you're rolling up 5 segments and back down through 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And you can pause before you begin again. And then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. So right about now, you're probably at the very base of your lumbar spine, where your sacrum ends. That's the back of your pelvis, at the root of your spine, and your spine begins. Let it go back down again, and then come up the first link, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. Now you're on padding instead of against the wall, so the signal is going to be slightly different, isn't it? It's not quite as distinct as when you're against the wall. So just continue. Now you're up to about the 8th link in the chain, and then 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pause before you begin again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Don't speed up. 5, 6, 7. There's one that's vague. You could hang out there and you could go between 7 and 8 a few times. Maybe you can't tell the difference between 7 and 8. So reverse direction and then reverse again. Go 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you're right about at the base of your rib cage. So if you put your hands on the bottom of your rib cage, you're probably opposite that, pretty close to that level. Go 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, and all the way down, 11, 10, careful, 9, 8, everyone distinct, like a ladder, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your legs down and rest. Anything feel different in your lower back or in the weight of your heels, or can you feel your rib cage more on the floor, or has your breathing changed? And just take a moment for nothing but listening to the sounds in the room. Bend your knees and stand your feet again. Let's go up further now. We'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep going. 13 and 12 and 13 and 12. This is not a muscular effort. The more you try to muscle this, the less you're going to feel. It's as if the bones are moving themselves, and it's really coming from your feet, how you're pressing your feet into the ground to pull that chain off the floor, go up a little higher. So you're maybe at 15 and 14 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 15 and 14 and 13, 11, or 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Go back and forth there. 16, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 16, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now you have to use your feet against the floor and your glutes to pull your ribs away from the floor so you can feel your upper back against the floor. Notice how your chin is moving as you go up those upper vertebrae. So let's go down to 15 and go 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll stop there. And I'm not saying that these numbers are accurate. You don't have to worry about being spot on with where I am. I'm just trying to give you a meter that you can follow. And now on your own time, just slowly roll up the spine all the way up to the tops of your shoulders. Don't include your neck. And slowly come back down and let your legs rest one more time. Bend and stand your legs. We take those rests for the brain, not so much for the body because we're doing something taxing, but to give the brain a chance to catch up. So continue on your own, rolling up your spine, counting or not counting, whatever works for you. And do that 3 or 4 more times. The feet are involved in pushing the ground away as you roll up. Your throat and your chin are soft, your neck are soft so that your chin can move towards your chest when you roll up. and away from your chest as you roll down. Great. Come down, lengthen your legs. Sense the weight of your spine and your pelvis, your rib cage, your shoulder blades, your skull, your heels, and then roll your head as our post test and see if, oh my gosh, you have any more sense of how your spine is turning all the way down into your rib cage. So this is a really good way to iron out your spine when you're feeling a lot of spinal tension. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.